But what's the energy like in GPB studio right now as we approach EMPOWERRR and NWA73?
Well, I have to say the energy with the NWA roster, it's super energized. It's probably, we are getting the most media coverage that we've ever gotten. I mean, that's including, the participation that we had at All In. That's including the Crockett Cup that we did in North Carolina. What's happening in St. Louis is drawing all kinds of press. And it's not just gentlemen like yourself, Zach, no offense, but it's drawing the traditional media that a lot of wrestling doesn't really get. I mean, WWE will get it because they're WWE and they're going to sell out the AT&T Center in San Antonio for a Raw taping. And so they'll be able to send whoever, Randy Orton to every morning show and they'll give him 10 minutes. But for us, as this little niche company that's rising and trying to make something, not the first time there's wrestling at the Chase in 37 years, we have, reporters from Rolling Stone, Forbes, every local paper that's there, every local television station wants a spot there. And so that's really showing the interest that people have in our product. And people who work in NWA and the people who are wrestling at EMPOWERRR, at NWA73, at our NWA Power tapings, they see that and they feel that. And I've had many conversations, especially with some of the newer female talent that I've never had to call commentary for. And so I like to talk to them ahead of time if I can, just to kind of get the particulars. It's always good to know what your finisher's called. You know what I mean? You don't want to try to figure that out on the fly. So like, if you were to win a match, what would you use? And then they would tell me the name of it, their version of it. And other conversations like that. But in just talking about it, they've all said basically the same thing, that they can't believe that they're going to be wrestling at the Chase, that they're going to be a part of this historic moment, that they're, potentially could be the recrowning of the NWA World's Women's Tag Team Championship belts. I mean, you've got some amazing competitors that are there, some that have very long lineages with the National Wrestling Alliance. And they understand that this is a huge opportunity. And even though there's a lot that are cross-platform, Deonna Purrazzo, she's on Impact. It wouldn't surprise me to see her on AEW. By the time this airs, she might have already done that, but you've got all of these different things. We're having wrestlers from AAA come in. We're having wrestlers from Impact Wrestling come in. And so, but at the same time, all of those institutions have their own pay-per-views. But I think, I won't speak for anyone, but my assumption is they feel that this is special, this is different, and this is unique. And it's something that I think people will talk about for a while. And the same way that people talked about, as I rep the shirt, the NWA 70th anniversary show, and the same way that they talked about the Crockett Cup, and the same way that they talk about all of the other pay-per-views that we've done, even When Our Shadows Fall, which was in our home arena at GPB Studios, they know that what we're doing at the Chase is going to be very special. It's going to be very different. It's going to be a major undertaking. It's going to look different than anything you'll ever see in professional wrestling today. I don't know, Zach, if you've seen any of those vintage clips.
Oh yeah,
I mean, where the tables and the bar service and all that kind of stuff. It's it's almost like when you watch an episode of Mad Men and they're getting on the suit, they're getting on the plane and they're wearing a full suit. Like, who does that nowadays? So I think that there's the level of excitement between our staff and our talent. I mean, we're chomping at the bit to be there.